Hey guys, it's Jessie Rhines. Have you missed me? Because I have missed you. Between finishing up my two sons' virtual schooling and a very busy counseling practice, I have been occupied. And we at Evolutions have been working hard to provide outdoor classes in that time. Also in that time, we have gotten word about the June 20th opening of our doors. So now we're able to offer virtual classes, outdoor classes, and indoor classes. We've missed you. It's been a really huge team effort, and we are all working to keep these three platforms viable and vibrant for you. So hopefully we'll be seeing more of one another, all of us, in one or two or three of those places. I want to celebrate this first summertime Monday, at least in my life for my children's schedule, and celebrate all of those openings with Mudra Monday. And I also want to work with a mudra that will keep us really focused and offer spiritual discipline. Also in the time since I've been here, so much has continued to happen in our country and around the world. And we need, now that we've been practicing many mudras, and we should continue to practice many mudras and meditations that are grounding and calming and soothing, we need also to work with mudras of spiritual discipline, focus, to keep us working in any of the ways that you are called to work, to create peace in your own being and in your families and in your communities and beyond. This is the call. So we're going to work with Mushtikam Mudra. Mushtikam means fist. And so we make a fist. And then we have the thumbs up. So just the way that you would say yes, or you can do it, right? Or right on to someone else or yourself. We take these fists. We then bring them together, and they will typically naturally settle somewhere around your solar plexus, Manipura Chakra, this center here, which is our seat of personal power. So this is the mudra, and we will encourage a letting go, a rooting, a grounding. Check in with those roots. Are they not just there, but reaching like a claw down deep into the ground to keep you steady and keep you strong as your upper chakras reach up, creating space. This is our seat also of Agni, digestion, right? Assimilation. This is like working with fuel, working with fire, increasing tapas, which is our zeal, energy, flame, one of our 10 commandments of yoga. When you're ready, you can let your eyes close. You can perhaps take cleansing breaths, maybe opening the mouth wide, or lion's breath, maybe several of those, maybe just one, absolutely your call, depending on the day. And notice, right, this is a bit of a yoga pose. You can sense in this mudra that there's a fierceness, that there's a fire, that there's a heat, that there's an upward current with the thumbs and a grounding current with the fists. Essentially that this is just what it sounds like. Your body knows. I'd like you to continue to breathe and to find deeper breath. Longer, fuller inhales. Longer, emptier exhales. And This alone would be a spiritual tradition, a beautiful practice. Breathing, feeling the mudra. You can do this anytime. You can do this anytime that you feel the need to burn through obstacles to your spiritual discipline. When you need some fuel, when you need some fire. You might feel a tingling, a heat, build up in the hands or the whole body. Today, I'll guide you through a visualization with the mudra. So I'd like you to notice on every inhale breath that there's a flame. You might see it as a fire. You might simply see a yellow light. You might sense it as heat in that central chakra above your navel. Perhaps you feel it all through the whole trunk. Perhaps you feel it not just within, but emanating through you and around you. Go with what you sense on this particular day. And just have a sense that the breath is not any longer coming in and out through the nose or mouth, but perhaps is coming right in through that solar plexus. As though you're breathing with your belly. Directly in and out through Manipura chakra. And what I'd like for you to do now is simply envision, allow whatever comes up, obstacles to your spiritual discipline. Something that creates lethargy or doubt, resistance of any kind. You might see it as a color or a texture, perhaps sticky or heavy. You might have a sense that it's an actual distraction or habit. I'd like for you just to begin with the more vague and allow. Just allow it to arise, sort of maybe in front of you. Get clear and more clear about such obstacles. And what I'd like for you to do now is on every inhale breath, see the flame growing as though every inhale is pulling oxygen, not just into your body, but right to this fire. There's no rush to it. Breath is still long and slow, but every single inhale breath fans the flames, and they grow, and they grow, and they grow, until they are the size of and beyond the size of the obstacles in front of you, and until they consume and burn, devour those obstacles. At which point you may also note that the exhales can be used to let those obstacles dissipate, whether as ash or simply dismantled fragments or a stream of the color, whatever is coming to you. Use the breath for just a few more rounds. Inhales, growing the flame, feeding the power of the fire, and exhales, letting go. Spiritual discipline, practice, and focus. Strong. Now, this practice could be anything that speaks to you. As we get more clear, perhaps, and continue, you may have even more of a sense of what your spiritual practices really are. It could be movement, yoga, meditation. It could be self-study, contemplation. It could be connecting more with others. It could be connecting more with self-time. It could be something political. It could be something you know you need to learn more about. As you get more clear, that fire continues to grow. And then from here, we'll move to be just a little more subtle or specific. And I'd like for your inhale breaths now to continually grow a flame as you get more clear about your thoughts or beliefs that are limiting. So this might be something you saw when I asked you for the more general sense of resistance or lethargy, or that it might be that we can hone in and sharpen and get more clear. What are the limiting thoughts and beliefs? What might they be? If you're not quite sure, simply ask, what might they be? And once they're clear, those inhales continue to feed the fire, and the fire consumes limited thoughts and beliefs. Let these obstacles go with your exhale breath. You can always pause or work with this on your own if you need more time. Inhales, digesting, transforming, burning, and exhales, letting go of this particular layer of obstacle. We'll take a few more breaths like that. Clean, clear, lighter, lighter because you've let these heavy things burn away, and lighter because that fire and its light continue to grow. And lastly, we'll spend some time bringing an honesty with ourselves if there are any emotions that make it difficult to commit to this realm of practices. Is there any fear or shame, a grief or sadness that keeps you stuck instead of feeding a movement towards healing? Is there any sense of emotion and where it might live in the body? Certainly allow yourself to feel now. Allow yourself to feel as long as you need. And have a sense that these emotions are all welcome. So instead of burning these away, we will have more of a sense of integrating them with this fire. So it's now as though the inhales can pull more deeply these emotions into a circuit in the body, a loop of flame, to be digested, to be fuel, to not be seen as obstacle, but to be integrated. Certainly, sometimes emotions are strong. We need to pause, self-care. The work is less of a pause, actually, and more of a shift in the work, right? To feel deeply and feel deeply and feel deeply. And when we do that, we move from feeling trapped, stuck, or frozen about the feelings, right, to noticing that the feelings themselves are movement. Emotion is motion, is energy, E, in motion. Emotion. Energy, motion. So as you continue to inhale, just have a sense that you're allowing all of those feelings to come in and deepen, and as you exhale, there's just sort of a sending of those feelings down and through, and inhaling, it just continues the loop, so that we don't need to get rid of feelings, and we don't allow ourselves to be frozen by feelings. We create a certain loop. Some people see this as an inhale up the front of the body to the crown of the head or the third eye, and an exhale down the spine, a loop that way. Others find it more circular across the frontal plane or the midline of the body, the mid-plane of the body. It's absolutely up to you. Just the way that your blood circulates and chi or prana circulates. Take a few more breaths to work this way. Keeping your mudra strong. And then from here we'll let those visualizations go. Joseph and Lillian LePage offer, with their great resource that I often use on mudras, a bit of a mantra for each mudra. And a mantra that we might use for this one, Mushtikam, mudra, gesture of the fist, is one that I'll say 3 times. Discipline is the foundation of my spiritual journey. Discipline is the foundation of my spiritual journey. Discipline is the foundation of my spiritual journey. And then what I'd like for you to do here is simply let the mudra go, let the hands come to your lap, and feel. Palms can be facing up or down, it matters not, just feel, feel. You might notice a heat in the hands, or a tingle or sparkle through the arms, a pulsation perhaps. And I encourage us to then open the eyes only very gently, only when you're ready, and bring the hands to the heart center for our closing. We'll bring the thumbs to the chest and find a sense of gratitude for this practice. We want to encourage the tapas that we've cultivated here to continue to specific places on the ground, my friends, on the ground, where this work is not only needed, but will be needed for months, years, and decades to come. This will be our regrounding as needed. May this practice be meaningful. May this practice bear fruit. And may the fruits of this practice benefit all beings everywhere. The light in me honors the light in every single one of you. Namaste. I will be committed with my spiritual discipline to connecting with you all as much as the Evolutions team sees fit. We're meeting soon to discuss all of that, and we'll be together certainly through this summer of 2020 in all the ways that we can be, and then absolutely beyond. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.